The topic of this video tutorial is Filter and Select Assembly Creation Method. First, you must watch the video titled General Filter and Select Display Method for a broader detailed explanation of this method. If you have not watched that video, please do so now. Then return here to resume watching this tutorial. When creating or editing an assembly using the Filter and Select method, the Filter and Select method operates exactly as it does within the Items Inventory module. So let us begin. To create a new assembly, you can either select the New button on our toolbar or select the button titled Step 1, click here to create a new assembly. Let's click on the Step 1 button. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to give this assembly a sample name, which can be changed at a later time. Next, I will go to the Filter Fields quadrant, and in the Filter by Type field, I will select the value Dresses. As you can see, at the bottom quadrant of the screen, a list of dresses is now available for selection. I will select the red dress as the primary item of the assembly by clicking on its picture. Its picture now appears on the left side of the top quadrant, and the right quadrant titled Assembly Details is now automatically populated with details from its inventory record. I will now click the button titled Step 2, click here to save and continue to add pieces to the assembly. I return to the Filter field Type and select the value Shoes. In the bottom quadrant of the screen, you see a display of all available shoes. I will select a couple pairs so that later I can decide which pair I want to use with the assembly. Once again, I return to the Filter field Type and select Handbags. Since my choices are limited, I will select a couple handbags and later choose between them. I will now use the Clear Filters button to clear my previous filter criteria, and then use the Filter by Class field to select Jewelry. I decided to filter by class jewelry rather than filter by type of jewelry because I know I have a limited amount. I'm going to add a pair of gold earrings as well as a pearl necklace. Let's say I also need a bra. I will return to the Type filter field and select Bras. Having only 2 bras, my choice is easy. Let's review our assembly pieces for a moment. I will do so by clicking on the tab titled View Large Displays. Here you will find a number of styles of large displays. Simply work with the one that suits you best. Now, I have decided which pair of shoes I want for this assembly. I will click on the Assembly Details tab, returning to an area where I can edit the assembly pieces. I will now remove that pair of shoes from the assembly. I do this by clicking on the red circle with a line through it, corresponding to the shoes I no longer want. Fear not, I am merely removing the item from the assembly. I am not deleting the item from the inventory. Think about this for a moment, as it is very important to understand. Removing the item is merely unassigning the item from the assembly. It is not deleting the item from the inventory database. Please note, this removal process functions in the same way within the Lists module. You are merely unassigning an item from a list. We understand that we have not provided complete details about the assembly module within this tutorial. This video is specific to creating an assembly using our Filter and Select Assembly creation method. For a complete overview of the assembly module, please refer to the video tutorial titled Assembly Module Complete Overview. There is also a separate tutorial for our Find and Flag assembly creation method. This method differs greatly from the Filter and Select assembly creation method. Please refer to the video tutorial titled Assembly Module Find and Flag Assembly Creation Method. This concludes this video tutorial. We hope that you found it informative.